Hello, Summer here, and today I'm going to be doing the social justice video blog. I'm going to be answering those questions. The first one is what is your own personal golden rule of counseling and how can you participate in self-care while being an advocate? For that, I wanted to say two things. The first one is pick your battles, and the second one is leave work at work. During the reading for this week, in the article for this particular assignment, it had said something about deflecting when you're faced with controversy, and you're not expecting it, and you run into a situation that an option might be to deflect. But to that, I say pick your battles. I think sometimes it might be the best option to deflect. Sometimes it might not be the best option. Maybe you want to engage in that conversation. Maybe you don't want to engage. I think we always have to be prepared to know what we're going to say in the face of conflict or confrontation. And so if we're prepared for that, then we know if we're going to pick our battle or if we're not going to pick our battle. And the other thing that I wanted to say is leave work at work. When I come home from work each day, my family, my husband, my children, they are my safe place. This is where I come home to be with them, and that is how I get away from whatever it is that happened at work that day. I leave it there and I'll deal with it tomorrow. I think that's probably the best form of self-care for me, is just leaving work at work. For the second thing, it said to share a Bible verse or spiritual quotation that supports social justice. And for me, my favorite one was Proverbs 31, 8 through 9. So speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves. Ensure justice for those being crushed. Yes, speak up for the poor and helpless, and see that they get justice. The whole reason why I'm actually pursuing counseling is because right now I'm a sign language interpreter. And when I go to work each day, I am a voice for whoever is speaking in that moment. I am their voice. But I decided I want to be my own voice. I'm never going to be able to be my own voice as long as I'm in a position where I'm always just somebody else's. And so that Bible verse spoke out to me because I want to be a voice for the voiceless, to speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves. Which really leads into the third one, at least one action you're willing to take towards social justice. For me, I would say raising awareness is a big one, speaking up. Myself and my daughter actually both have auditory processing disorder, and that's something I actually found out after I became an interpreter, ironically, which is where you can hear sounds, but your brain cannot necessarily process them. And a lot of people don't even know that that's a thing and that it exists. And I find myself really raising awareness to try and build a better future for her and myself and for other people who have auditory processing disorder or may have other hearing impairments. Simple things like reminding people in today's day and age, we have to wear the mask now. There are a lot of people who rely on lip reading, and it makes it really hard to communicate for us always wearing a mask. And so I found myself trying to figure out how I'm going to make masks with clear windows just for my clients. And I think it's simple things like that. We have to be ready to improvise and to change as our world is changing, and to make new ways to advocate for others. And so thank you. That's all I had to say, and I look forward to hearing everyone else's.